Today I want to share 19 signs that your manifestation is coming. And this is very important because if you already manifested something, if you put out an intent in the universe, if you used affirmations, and maybe you even used the exact affirmation and manifestation process that I share with you in the report that you can find in the description. If you do that, and now you're wondering, will my manifestation come? Am I close to getting what I want? Am I on the right path? Or maybe I'm on the wrong path. What is going on? I want to answer this question. What is going on? Because these signs that your manifestation is coming will tell you if you're on the right path. And the first sign is that you can feel that you are so close. You just have this feeling deep inside of you. I'm so close to getting what I want. You no longer doubt yourself. You no longer wake up every day worrying about when it will come. You just feel it. You just have this inner feeling, this inner peace, you could say, that yes, everything is alright. The universe works for me. Everything is great. I will receive what I want. And if you have dreams about the things that you want to manifest. To give you an example, I live in a beautiful, beautiful city in Romania. Even though I'm German, I decided to move to Romania. And one reason for that, why I actually manifested, even though I didn't know it, it was rather like a guidance from the universe, but let's say why I ended up here, was because I had dreams about Romania. And I just said to the universe, hey, universe, I want to talk to you right now. Please bring me the best city and the best country for my success in business, for my success in relationships, and for my personal well-being. That's all that I put out in the universe. I wasn't really specific about it. And then I always had these dreams about Romania. Even though I've never been to Romania before, I had no idea about the city that I ended up moving to, but because I gave the universe this sign, or let's say this desire, not this sign, but this desire, please show me the right city for me, show me the right country. And then the universe showed me the right country and the right city in my dreams. And your desire has never been stronger. If you have this desire and it's so strong you can't hold back, you can see it a little bit like this. If you have a desire to move to a new city, let's just take this example again. And if your desire is really weak, then you might Google something. Hey, I'm Google something about the city. I'm gonna watch some YouTube video about the city. Let's see how it looks like. If the desire gets a little bit stronger, then you might visualize, yeah, what would it be like to live in this city? What would it be like to socialize in this city? But if your desire is really, really strong and you can't hold it back anymore, then you have this desire inside yourself. I'm gonna get to my car right now, pack everything in my car, and then I drive to that city. Nothing can hold you back anymore. And if you have a desire that is this strong that nobody can hold you back anymore from achieving your dreams, this is a clear sign that your manifestation is coming. And if your knowing has never been clearer. Let's talk about the difference of knowing and desire. Desire is this impulse of, yes, I want to do it now, I want to move to this city. But knowing is, I will live in this city. And to go back to the example of me ending up living in Romania, when I then watched a YouTube video about the city that I wanted to move to, or let's say a city that the universe guided me to move to, that's how it was basically. I didn't choose the city, the universe chose the city. But that's a topic for another episode. But let's continue with that example. I knew that I wanted to live there. And for some reason deep inside of me, I knew that I will live there. It wasn't even a question, even though I was first visiting the capital city, Bucharest. But I knew deep down, this is not my city. I have to go to the other city. And it was just this feeling of knowing. And the same is true when you want to manifest money. You just know that you will receive the money. Or if you want to manifest a partner and you just know, I will get this partner. You just know it. Even if your friends tell you you're crazy, you're weird, what are you talking about, manifestation, blah, 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 you're crazy. But you just know it. You just go like, yeah, it's okay. No matter what they say, I will get it. And if the universe prepares you for the big manifestation. And the universe often prepares us for big manifestations with very small micro manifestations. For example, if you want to meet a new partner, then you might meet interesting people or people who have these qualities in the process. You might not fall in love with this person. You might not even end up dating this person, but still you meet these people and they prepare you for the person who's right for you. Or if you want to manifest money, that's something that happened to me in the beginning when I started to manifest money. Suddenly I found coins everywhere and I've never found a freaking coin in my whole life. But suddenly, because I believed it, I could see it and I manifested it, then the coins just showed up out of nowhere and I knew big money is right around the corner. And if you raise your vibration every day, and if you follow the exact manifestation process that I share with you in the report and the link in the description, then you will be able to raise your vibration because I show you exactly how I do it every morning. And if you literally receive a message from the universe, you for example receive a letter from someone or a friend who calls you with a business idea, or in my experience, when I started to work on myself, and I mean really, really deeply work on myself to overcome childhood trauma that I had, from my heart surgeries, from the time I spent in the hospital. I basically spent most of my time from the day I was born until my 2nd birthday in hospitals, in and out, in and out. And of course, for a child, that's truly traumatic. But it took me until my 30th birthday that I actually really found someone, or let's say more than one person, who helped me to deal with this. And it was really interesting. At first, I was looking for the perfect psychologist. But I was looking for somebody who's a little bit different than standard psychology. I wanted to have deep emotional release. And just a couple of weeks earlier, I, by accident again, by coincidence, let's say coincidence from the universe, I met a woman who is a psychologist who became a friend of mine. And she then knew a psychologist who works in the exact same way that I wanted to work on myself. And then I found this woman who helped me a lot. And these are the messages that you receive from the universe. Or if the number 111 shows up all the time. And when I first read about this principle, I thought to myself, that's some hocus pocus, some crazy stuff that doesn't happen. No, that's not true. But my aunt is very, very interested in numerology. She's a numerology expert. And the numbers 111 or 1111 are called angel numbers. And they're said to indicate that all things are working in your favor. And it was really interesting. Right before I received a huge amount of money, my last payment in the supermarket, and I live in Romania, where the currency is Romanian lei, was 111 lei, 111. And I looked at this bill and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What's going on there? And I could really see the cashier was just looking at me like, what? Are you having a nervous breakdown or something? And I was just so shocked. But yes, if the number 111 or 1111 shows up, that's a good sign. And if synchronicity is happening for you. The definition of synchronicity is the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no causal connection. That's a very complicated way of describing it. I would just call it a lucky coincidence, or a coincidence that is no coincidence. Because if you want money and exactly now you get a coupon code, even though you've never received any coupon code, that's not a real coincidence. You can call it a coincidence, but it's not really a coincidence. Or if you meet someone who can bring you close to something else, just like in the example that I gave you before when I started to work on my childhood trauma. These things happen. These are messages from the universe. Listen, listen, listen. And if you feel at ease when others criticize you, when others criticize you for your spiritual journey, for being on this journey, for manifestations that you send to the universe, or even just for the process of manifestation, let's say for the simple idea that you want to manifest something. Because if you talk to most, let's put it in quotes, normal people, if you tell them, hey, I'm going to manifest my dream house, hey, I'm going to manifest my dream relationship, they look at you and go like, yeah, I already reserve a place for you in the nut house. And if these people criticize you and you allow this criticism to stop you, that's a clear sign that your desire is not so strong so that you can't really attract it right now. You can't manifest it right now. But when your desire is so strong and you're so convinced and your knowing is so strong, that you just say, oh yeah, it's okay. And you just let them talk. You're not offended. You don't start an argument. You just accept their opinion and you say, interesting. It's okay. I mean, for example, a lot of my friends are not really spiritual. They don't believe in manifestation. They don't believe in the power of the universe. So when I'm on a social gathering with them, I often get criticized. They just tell me like, yeah, you and your woo-woo stuff, you and your spiritual blah blah. And instead of me arguing about it or instead of me feeling bad about it, I just say, I know what I know. I know that it works for me. I know that it works for my coaching clients. I know that it works for my listeners, the ones who put it into practice. Everything is okay. And if you have this calmness when you get criticized, that's a clear sign that your manifestation is coming. And if your gut says, hell yeah, when you do something, if you want to do something, if you want to go somewhere, if you want to go in a certain direction, your gut tells you, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, then the best thing is to do it. And don't listen to your logical mind that says, yeah, that could go wrong. Yeah, maybe you should wait. Yeah, maybe you should not do it. Listen to your gut. Listen to your gut, because your gut is connected to the power of the universe. Your gut knows exactly where you should be and where you want to be. And if you're guided in a certain direction, this is closely related to the last point. If your gut tells you go in this direction or go in that direction, follow it. If you are guided, if you know everything leads you to a certain city. For example, when I moved to Romania, or let's say also country, when I moved to Romania, I met a guy through another guy who has his business in Romania. And I was like, interesting. I've never met a German before who lives in Romania. And suddenly, boom, I met him. Again, it's not a coincidence. And if the thing that you manifest appears in your life, and if the person you manifested steps into your life, it's not a complete manifestation yet. This person is not your partner yet, but he's already in your life, or she's already in your life. That's also a clear sign. Now you just have to follow your inner guidance. Or if the thing that you manifested appears in your life. For example, you want to manifest a sports car, and suddenly you see a sports car, the exact same sports car in the street. Then you walk into a shopping mall, and some shopping malls have these car collections where they show cars, and suddenly you see the exact same car. These are signs that your manifestation is on the way. And you think about your desire before you go to bed and when you wake up. This means that you are in alignment. If you wake up in the morning and you are this vibrational blank piece of paper, and the first thought you have is, this is it, I want it, I will get it. That's a clear sign that you are in complete alignment, and when you're in alignment, you can manifest what you want. And if you see advertising of what you want, this is really funny. When I moved to Romania and I moved into my apartment, there was no office chair, and I wanted to have an office chair. And then I put it off a little bit. I was just sitting on this uncomfortable chair and I was like, yeah, I can still buy that later. I can buy that later. I can buy it later. And then the next day I went to a restaurant and I saw a big advertising from a company that sells office chairs. And I was just looking to the sky going, yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy one now. And if your friends mention the things or the person that you're manifesting, this is actually really interesting, especially when you have friends who don't believe in manifestations, who are not on a spiritual path, or let's say everyone is on a spiritual path, but who are not that far ahead on the spiritual path. But suddenly they mention these things, even though you've never talked about these things with them. This is a clear sign that your manifestation is coming. And if people who are not in alignment with you disappear, and this is a very painful process, or at least it can be a painful process, because in my experience, it happens to everyone who's on this spiritual path. I lost many, many friends, and I didn't lose them because I said, hey, I'm better than you because I know about the power of the universe. Not at all. But they just disappeared out of my life, even though I didn't do anything. The more I manifested, the more positive I became, the more my energy changed into this positive, life-affirming energy, the more all these negative people didn't want to be around me. I did not end the contact, it just happened. And at first I was frustrated, but then I realized this is a sign that my manifestation is coming. And if that happens to you, I just want you to know more positive people will come into your life. And the last sign that your manifestation is coming that I want to address right now is that the music knows what you want. If you turn on the radio, or you're listening to a YouTube advertising, or you're watching TV and suddenly something comes up that reminds you of what you want. For example, when I came up with the idea to start affirmation to manifestation, and I wanted to manifest this as a business, this as a way of inspiring you, suddenly, whatever I watched and whatever I listened to, even if I just turned on the radio, always something with, let's start this, let's do it, let's go, do it. And at some point I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And if you also say, okay, I'm gonna do it, then you can check out the link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.